Kizzy is glad she can rely my heart. Kizzy's glad she can rely on Leon. You're dang right you can, Kizzy. You're dang right. That one warms my heart. That might be the intro, actually. Jeez. Good day, good people. It is another fine day in the year of the Zenith Toon Link. Dave Anomaly, the Anomalicars. Few know me as the man who's stepping closer and closer to the 10th season of the... Oh yeah, that sounds like the Danganronpa Hunger Games to me. Oh yes, it does. Welcome back. We got all sorts of fun times ahead in the, wait for it,
Danganronpa.
And we got our champions here today, and I said, what do I want to do for this preseason episode? We have technically completed, kind of, 3 games in between, or through the duration of Season 11. We finished Somnium Files and Nirvana Initiative. We finished Fire Emblem Conquest, and we finished the base game for Persona 5. And it's likely that during preseason we'll finish, or like either during preseason or like on the first week of Season 12. It's likely that we'll finish Persona 5 Royal, all the additional content too. That being said, in terms of new series that are totally acceptable for entering into the Hunger Games for tag teams, Persona 5, I'll say Royal, Conquest characters, so pretty much most, if not all, I think there's one exclusive Revelation character, so most Fire Emblem Fates characters. And then also Nirvana Initiative characters. And we'll see some of these people today. We got all your champions from the end, from the finales in Season 11. And we've got people who would kind of contrast them from the other episodes. I'm sorry, from the other series that we finished. And from the 4 that have voice actors. We got one person to match them. Just to, you know, shake things up just a little bit, let's introduce everyone who's here first and foremost. We got a champion of champions, the Sword Knight. Peko is here. Chihiro, the World Pancake Champion with the new specific Pancake Champion perk. Specifying champions becomes a little bit more important. A little bit more important in season in season 12. We'll see. Jotaro and Cleve, Boom and Gloom, your tag team champions. Aika, your new OC champion, and Murasaki and Eric, catch 'em all, your OC tag team champs. And as we go on, we see Persona 5 Royal. We see Mona. I'm sorry, not Mona. Mona. Morgana, my champion, oh champion, my champion, AV Mania champion will be back at AV Mania 2. Futaba's here as well for the very first time. Yusuke is rolling around as well. Akechi, the detective, is here on. Welcome to you. Hifumi and Shinya both come up clutch for Persona 5 Royal. And as we keep going, we see Fire Emblem Fates Conquest. Xander, Leo, Shigure, Elise, Azura, Nina, and Soleil are all here to show the world what they've got. But they're not the last team of folks who are here today. We see their Nirvana Initiative. Mizuki and Ryuki are here, as well as Kizzy, Shoma, Iris, Tokiko, and Leon, my janitor, is here. Oh, also, some of you have weapons that you should not have, because I just added you in there. There we go. One for you, and you get rid of that as well. And last but not least, we got some surprising VAs, so it's all, you know, let's pick a couple. Matching Peko, the English voice actor? I think it's the English voice actor. From Hi Puffy Ami Yumi. Ami. From the Shirakuma Cafe Sea Otter. the same Japanese voice actor as our ultimate Chihiro. Kawakami, same voice actor as Jotaro, and I was like, well, can't leave out Kawakami. And then Pearl, old Pearl from Ace Attorney, same Japanese voice actress as Klee. Two very adorable characters. And that's a lot of the episodes. We're just introducing the long haul of competitors who are here. And they want to show the world what's up. Let me know who you got. First, second, third. Make those in the comments because your comments are important, like this one, and that one. We got a couple new items. I expect one of them at least to show up today because that has increased odds. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, but I'll tell you what. Knowing me, you've probably already seen it in the intro if it at all pops up. We'll see if it does though. I'm going to make my picks though. World Pancake Champion Chihiro. I'm going for you. Second place, I'm gonna go for AV Mania Champion, Mona Morgana. I'm picking you. And then I want a character from the Nirvana Initiative, and I gotta go my man Leon. Leon grew on me so much during that series. Incredible game. But those are my picks. Easy peasy picks. Not easy peasy picks, I'll be frank. I love a lot of the Persona characters. I really do. And the Fire Emblem characters as well. But those are my picks for today. Bar none, it's time to see what unfolds. Ordeal action. Y'all know what it is. It's the Danganronpa Hunger Games. And to do it, we gotta proceed with the action. Art thou ready? Let's do it. Let's take a step into round one and see. Hornbearers, poor Nina. Hornbearers. Y'all, do what you do best and sound the horns. Thank you, Horn Bears. I do appreciate you. But I didn't mean to. Don't come back. Don't come back here. I heard you. You're about to reverse over there. I saw you. No, don't think for a second I didn't see you for a second. I'll tell you what. We gotta proceed. Hope I remember to do something in editing with that little goof. Pearl's ready to defend her friends. Kizzy wishes she could go home. Ryuki picks up with Nina cooling in various places. Akechi can't take his eyes off of An. Hifumi challenges Nina to a duel. Nina bites the dust. Yusuke thinks about what he did to end up here. Oh no, Chihiro's got a dimensional scythe. Already dangerous out here. An doesn't care much for this place. Soleil gives Leo the various things that they found. Leo built stuff out of it. It's actually soothing watching Leo make neat contraptions from the scraps. Oh, dope. Mizuki just found a fishing rod. Now she can catch all the fish. Futaba is thinking of plans to get out of here. Eric and Clee's fingers touch. There's a whole bunch of orange down here. Their fingers touch by accident. They both blush just a little bit. Sea Otter just wants it to end already. Tokiko attacks Xander and Leo from behind, murdering them both. Two members of royalty, and you just defeated them like they were nothing. Goodness gracious. Tokiko, calm down! Shigure looks around for stuff to scrounge. Aika and Eric argue over whose title win was better. Interesting. That's up to you guys. Shinya tries to kill Tokiko, but Tokiko retaliates and kills him instead. She's an unstoppable monster, apparently. Peko attempts to kill Futaba, but Mona intervenes to protect her. Unfortunately, Mona dies in the attempt. Oh my gosh, that's heartbreaking out here. Jotaro has found a table, you say? Oh my. Hopefully no one goes through it. Or maybe, hopefully, someone does go through it. Iris just stumbled upon a water balloon. Now she can unleash summer-themed chaos on unsuspecting tributes. Well, summer's almost over, Iris. Summer's almost over. It's almost autumn time. Gosh, it's almost autumn time. Thank goodness. Azor can't handle the circumstances after losing a teammate has become cowardly already. Jeez Louise. Elise is being adorable as always, cleaves the title belt to hit Futaba from behind, leaving her dazed. Futaba has not had a good day. She lost Mona. Mona died protecting her, and then she got hit from behind and is now dazed. Leon cleans up Xander's rotten corpse. He's doing his job. Murasaki and Eric pose proudly with their titles. Ami finds a pitchfork, which she figures is great for lobbing at enemies. Kawakami thanks Pearl for being there for her, and Shoma tries to build a tank out of sticks and rocks. You know this boy knows how to build He succeeds, that's awesome, and that means he gets to start the next round with his tank. That's very dangerous already. But luckily these 5 won't have to experience it because it's just a Claire de Lune forum. Nina, Xander, Leo, Shinya, Mona. Tokiko is responsible for 60% of the death of this round. Just keep that in mind. She's a menace to society, apparently. But is she a menace to the Hunger Games? Let's find out. Also remember your top 2 will go on to that big premiere in Season 12 for the Champion of Champions title, for Pekko's Champion of Champions title. Let's see what unfolds. Let's proceed. It's next round time and we see, oh, there's some orange down there. Kawakami steals the tank that Shoma is built while he's asleep. Iris sees Mistletoe hanging up above, and you know what? I'd be mad at that, because it's not December, but you know, since we're building to the fight before Christmas, there's going to be a lot of Christmas mentioning, so I'm like, you know what? We might as well just allow for the stretch. It started when an alien device did what it did, stuck itself upon Yusuke's wrist with secrets that it hid. Now he's got superpowers, he's an ordinary kid, he's Yusuke 10. I'll probably use that to make some fantastic art. Tokiko seems unshaken by any of this. An finds a lovely bikini, puts on, it's quite revealing. Kizzy finds a neon open sign. Must belong to a popular arena supermarket. Maybe she should return it. Shigure attempts to kill Mizuki, but Leon intervenes just in time. Leon had to kill Shigure to protect Mizuki's life. Ami doesn't really want to the 5. Oh no. Finds herself having to get rid of. Oh no. Pearl puts a death collar on Shoma while he's asleep. Is that her first death collar of the game? That's kind of wild. That's kind of wild that it took so long. Sea Otter ambushes Iris and kills her. Futaba knocks him out in a fist fight and puts a death collar on him. Chihiro slices his scythe, opening a dimensional rift before Sparta-style kicking Yusuke into the despair dimension. He's not gone. Oh, but he might as well be. Akechi has been hot on Elisa's trail for days now. Elise thinks she has gotten away, but Akechi has finally deduced her location to deliver the final blow. Rest in peace, Elise. Akechi, the people aren't gonna like you for that one. Murasaki can't help but admire her own genius mind. Azura uses a mysterious gas to knock out Kizzy and Soleil and puts death colors on them. Hifumi twitches uncontrollably. Aika's found a table? Tables? Hopefully nobody goes through. Well, someone goes through Jotaro's because Jotaro sets up his table before grabbing Ami by the throat, choke slams Ami like Chi-Chi choke slam people right through the table. Leon finds a handgun with enough bullets to be useful. I don't know how he did that. Eric is ready to defend his friends. Mizuki casts her rod in the river. She pulls out a sea bass, more like a C+. Using scrap materials. Shoma builds a rocket launcher. Amazing. This kid he's already built 2 things. 2 things in 2 rounds. Ryuki reminisces about Iris and sobs quietly. Soleil tries to rip off the death collar, but she did no damage. Pekko gets mauled by wild animals, and Klee has some leather scraps. She patches together some Klee caveman gear. There we go. It's probably adorable, I'll be completely frank, but we lost another 6. 1 to the despair dimension. That brings us down to your final 20 in this matchup. Remember those top 2. They go into that match. In fact, I don't think anybody... I guess Mizuki technically? I ain't gonna say nothing. Hey, it's... First it's a Claire de Lune 4. Shigure, An, Iris, Elise, Ami, Pekko. We got 20 left. Pekko, clearly one of the only 2 people in this match that is already in the premiere. The other one being Mizuki, technically. But we got 20 people left. We're not going to check until it's Saving Grace picks time, because it might be Saving Grace picks time as soon as we click next round, because we have an arena event item in play. We have a tank in play. Terrible things could go down, especially when I say it's time to proceed. Will terrible things go down? No, I'm sure everything will be honky-dory, a-okay. Am I right or am I right? I'm wrong! So wrong! I'm so wrong! Do. Jotaro sneaks up on Akechi, but Akechi has known he's been followed by Jotaro for ages, able to counterattack and kills Jotaro. Klee is going to take advantage of this heat and opens a lemonade stand, and Eric can't stop fawning over Klee and her lemonade stand. Soleil just found a laser gun. Will not be able to use it though. Tokiko can't wait to kill again. She's gonna have to wait forever. Leon aims his handgun in the distance. Pearl finds a dapper suit and puts it on. It's quite fetching. Apparently she's wearing it to her funeral because Kawakami fires an explosive round from her tank. The blast catches Akechi, Soleil, Tokiko, Hifumi, Pearl, and Futaba in its wake, left as a pile of sticks and rocks in the aftermath. Aika sets up her table, grabbing Sea Otter in a headlock, then slams Sea Otter through a table. Sea Otter is out of this one. Mizuki duels it out with Eric. Eric bites the dust. Murasaki wonders if she should build a machine that makes Yakiniku Kizi. Is glad she can rely on my heart. Kizzy's glad she can rely on Leon. You're dang right you can, Kizzy. You're dang right. That one warms my heart. That might be the intro, actually. Jeez. Ryuki picks up Leon Kulang in various places. Shoma builds a rock. Is he 3 for 3? Is this round 3? He's 3 for 3 on building things. Go ahead, Shoma. Do your thing. Who's gonna take a trip? Yusuke avoids the dark trees whose branches reach out to grab him. The nuclear waste from the power plant the arena was built on top of reanimates the Sea Otter's body, zombifying them. An event we don't see often at all. But it's happened today. Azura knocks out Clean a fist fight, puts a death claw on her, and Chihiro tries to build a tank out of sticks and rocks. It's useless, but it looks cool. We are down to just 11. After that explosive round from the tank caused so many to perish, it does leave us with a Claire de Lune for Jotaro, Akechi, Soleil, Tokiko, Hifumi, Pearl, Futaba, Sea Otter, Eric. 11 remain. And this is where, if it were just 10, we'd check who's left and go to your saving grace picks, but we're not at your final 10, no. We gotta lose just one more person, yeah. But I have a feeling we're gonna lose more than one. I got a feeling we're gonna lose like 8. I got a feeling it's gonna be one of those rounds where we're gonna lose like 8 people. I was right when I was like, we might lose a lot of people this round. The tank is... Never count out the tank. Never, ever. But, we'll click next round. We'll see what unfolds. Oh. That's what I was worried about. This is not what I was worried about, though. Aika feels like jamming out. The music in her guides her to my soundboard. Wait, I need that. Klee, where leather scraps the sight to behold. Chihiro slices his scythe, opening a dimensional rift. Now, before he's able to shove Leon inside, Leon snatches the scythe and hits Chihiro in the back of the head with it, shoves him inside instead. Now Chihiro's trapped with Yusuke, whom he trapped. In the despair dimension, Sea Otter dangles his rotting limbs around, fiddling with them. Shoma straps Murasaki to his rocket and sends it to the moon! Murasaki never returns. The trajectory must have been off. Kizzy hangs up a sign. A neon open sign. And you know what she does? She opens up the greatest arena supermarket in the history of history. That's right. Avi's Wares and Despairs. It's open for business. And everyone's forced to shop like Yusuke wishes there was a shop in the Despair Dimension. We might have to open a Despair Dimension branch. Ryuki cuts Kawakami in line. Kawakami cuts Ryuki with a knife. Leon takes a free sample, but unfortunately is allergic. He has an allergic reaction and he does indeed perish. Kawakami has had enough and is now enraged. Mizuki also takes too many free samples. He's killed off by security. Azura gets a 50% discount on a vision. How do we even stop? What Archon did we get in touch with to... I mean, I'll let it slide. That's fine by me. That does mean, though, we are at your saving grace picks range. We lost 4, and it's time for a Claire de Lune. The final Claire de Lune of the episode for Murasaki, Ryuki, Leon, Mizuki. Really bad round for Somnium Files characters, but there's still 6 people left. And I think you guys need to see who these 6 people are, because they are a major part of your, actually the only part of your saving grace picks from the Nirvana Initiative. She's eating donuts in the bathroom and she's trying to win this game. Kizzy is here. Shoma has been inventing since round 1. This is the first time he's used one of his inventions. And he got an elimination for it. They are 1/3 of the competitors who are left, but going on to Persona 5. Everyone's technically out, but Yusuke could find a way out of the Despair Dimension. Is it possible? It is possible. He also has the Omnitrix. That gives me an idea that I might add like right after this goes off. But as we go on to the VAs, Kawakami with 7 KOs knows what she needs to do. She's got to keep KOing to win this game. She had the tank. Will she do even more? We'll have to wait and see. Sea Otter is a zombie, technically out of this one. We could pick up the first ever zombie one. We'll have to wait and we'll have to see. Fate's Conquest are not completely out because Azura, with an Electro Vision, still remains. Not the vision I expected. I expected maybe Hydro, but you know what? To each their own. And last but not least, Chihiro still trapped in the Despair Dimension. We also see Klee and Aika, a part of your current champions. What will unfold? That much I don't know, but those are your final 6. Klee, Aika, Azura, Kawakami, Kizzy, and Shoma are your alive final 6. We got 2 in the Despair Dimension, 1 zombie, but let me know who you got first, second, and third. If I had to pick myself, I gotta go Kawakami for first. I can't pick against her. There's no way on earth that I could pick against her. Klee, second place. You're dang right, Klee. I think she's making her way to the singles premiere. I think she's walking out. I'm walking in to season 12 as double champion. I could see it in Klee's eyes. She wants it. She's like, no longer solitary confinement. You saw her amazing intro at AV Mania. Or the road to AV Mania, rather. I think Klee's got this. For third, I'm going to take Kizzy. I think Shoma might actually win, but I'm going to take Kizzy. Mainly because Shoma, I think he might get a wrong invention and it might screw him over in the end, but your final 6 are all here. And Aika, Klee, Kizzy, Shoma. Aika, Klee, Kizzy, Shoma, Kawakami, and let's not forget Azura. All stand tall, hearts beating, hearts racing, with the same pace as that of a samurai woman. Yusuke Chihiro still in the Despair Dimension, and lastly, our zombie Sea Otter still lurks, potentially ready to turn some folk. We'll go to the next round and we will see. Oh wait, no, it's still technically... Yeah, it's still technically AV's Wares and Despairs. Klee and Aika joust with shopping carts. Only Klee survives. Rest in peace, Shoma. Gets a 50% discount on a wish ring. How spectacular. Shoma waves at Kawakami. Kawakami chases him while shaking her fist. She's mad. Kizzy gets a 33% discount on my soundboard. Wait, that's not for sale. Chihiro wishes that there was a shop in the Despair Dimension. Azura knocks out Kawakami to fist fight. There's a death collar on her now. Oh, wait a minute. I hope everyone doesn't have death collars, because if everyone has death collars on in the final 6, there's only 5 people left. We're fine. Whew. Woo! Yusuke and Chihiro discuss strategies to escape with their lives, and Sea Otter is disappointed that they don't sell brains here. Well, we don't sell brains in AV's Wares and Despairs. They might sell them at Yoko's, because, you know, that's a real suspicious good, and that's a real suspicious store that they have there. But there's nothing suspicious about your final 5 here. We do have to pay our tributes, pay our respects. Press F for our OC champion. It's a terrible turnabout for Aika. Which means we are down to Klee, Azura, Kawakami, Kizzy, and Shoma as your final 5. 2 of these folks will go on to that season 12 premiere. Who will they be? I don't know, but I'll be frank. I love all 5 of them. It could also be Chihiro or Yusuke. Slim chance that they escape the Despair Dimension with their lives. But between our 5, Shoma, Kawakami, Kizzy, Klee, and Azura, they're all caught in what we like to call a full 5. A crisis. of Fate. Let's do it. We'll click next round and we will see someone does indeed, two people indeed perish as Chihiro avoids the dark trees whose branches reach out to grab him. Klee hums a song to herself. Kizzy uses the soundboard to play Dire Docks. Azura hears the soothing music and goes to sleep. Unfortunately, she never wakes up. Yusuke has lost all of his hope and sees Chihiro, kills him in the name of despair. Seatter's body continues to decompose even as he continues to move. Kawakami grumbles angrily, and Shoma ponders how best to use his wish ring. It is Klee, it is Kawakami, it is Kizzy, and it is Shoma as your final four. And for right now, it is actually, as we scroll down, just a terrible turnabout for Azura, Chihiro. Final four. As I said before, Shoma, Kizzy, Klee, and Kawakami. Two of them will go on to that season 12 premiere, but which two will they be? There's only one way to find out, because it is still a crisis of Fate. Let's do this right here, right now. We scroll down, we see next round, it does not end. But Kawakami feels horrible for what she did. Kizzy presses a button on my soundboard and plays Crisis of Fate. It was already Kizzy, you... Okay. Rather redundant Kizzy, but okay. Yusuke avoids the dark trees, he's still surviving. He's gotta find a way out though. Shoma wishes Klee would disappear, his wrist ring shimmers for a second, and then nobody seems to remember Klee ever existed at all. At this point in time, it is Kizzy, Shoma, and Kawakami, a zombified Seatter, and Yusuke in the Despair Dimension. First I'll say, it's a terrible turnabout for everyone's favorite little pyro mage. Not really a mage. Guess she uses a catalyst. For everyone's favorite Klee, tag team champion, the Boom and Gloom out today, could not make it to that premiere unless there's a revival. There's a wish ring and there is the soundboard in play, both are revival items, and Kawakami's just mad. At this point in time, if no one gets revived, if no one finds their way out of the Despair Dimension, at least one Nirvana Initiative character will go on. There are 2 out of 3 characters left. What will unfold? Who will go on? Between Kawakami, Kizzy, and Shoma, it's still technically a crisis of fate. Let's find out. Let's click next round and we will see. Oh my gosh. Seatter's body continues to decompose even as he continues to move. Shoma tells Kawakami to have a nice day. Kawakami screams, "Don't tell me what to do," and Shoma gets got, which would normally make Kawakami a guaranteed person in the season 12 premiere, but Kizzy says, "Hold on, I miss my big sis." Mizuki's heart beats in sync with the song, suddenly reviving her. Very interesting. But technically Mizuki is in the premiere, so technically Kawakami, if nobody else gets revived, still does go on. Technically. But for right now, it's a terrible turnabout for Shoma. Kawakami's mad. And technically it's still your final 3, so I guess we'll still play Crisis of Fate. Now it's Kawakami, Kizzy, and Mizuki. What will unfold once again? That much I don't know. We'll click next round and we will see. Nothing yet. But The sea otter still dangling his withered limbs. Yusuke is still running from the demons in the despair dimension. Mizuki has a table. Oh my gosh. She's the most dangerous person I can imagine in this match with the table. Kawakami realizes this anger is unwarranted and actually calms down, and Kizzy uses my soundboard, but it gets confiscated for playing copyrighted music for shame. We'll click next round and we will see. Kizzy wishes he could go home. Mizuki finds a suit full of medieval armor and puts it on and gleams with a dazzling shine. Sea Otter's body continues to rot. Kawakami tries to get others to notice her, and Yusuke feels his energy slowly being drained. It does not end yet. Another table has been found. Sea Otter's dangling those limbs. Mizuki's ready for target practice. Luckily, she finds a handgun laying about. Kawakami puts a death call on Mizuki. Yusuke's still running from the demons, and Kizzy's found a table. Hopefully no one goes through it. Someone has gone through it. Round 12 begins, and we see Yusuke avoiding the dark trees whose branches reach out to grab him. Sea Otter's body continues to rot even as he continues to move. Kizzy sets up her table before grabbing Kawakami by the throat. The choke slam through the table is enough to take Kawakami out of this one, and Mizuki casts her rod into the river, pulls out an alien device which did what it did, and what Kizzy did was ensure that she goes on to that premiere. So does Kawakami though, because Mizuki's already there, but for right now is indeed a terrible turnabout for Kawakami. Mizuki and Kizzy. First of all, Kawakami did have 8 KOs. Don't count her out. She went tough on this one. She was tough on this one. But we do have to find ourselves a decisive winner between Kizzy and Mizuki, and the only way to... So here's the thing. It's unfortunate because Yusuke's still alive. He is still alive. Which is sad. Because we have to go back to team setup, and we just gotta get Kizzy versus Mizuki, which is what we're gonna do right now. Sorry, Yusuke. You didn't make it. But hey, you're able to be suggested for tag team, so maybe you'll get into tag team action. Mizuki. Kizzy. Our final two. Will we have our first ever solo revival win? I think it's time we find out. Between these two, just who will it be? Mizuki? Kizzy? Probably Mizuki, but anything can happen in these games. Will Kizzy dance her way to victory? She's got fire in her footsteps and a song in her soul. But is that enough to claim a victory today against Mizuki? A sharpshooter. She's smart, and she's willing to do whatever it takes to solve a case, willing to do whatever it takes to win the game. Former Agent of Chaos. Tag Team Agent of Chaos, rather. And there's a little bit of that brimming in her soul. Let's find out. Let's see who wins this one between Mizuki and Kizzy. It's nobody yet, as Kizzy wants it to be over already, and Mizuki stares into the distance. They both have tables! Who will do it? Will this end in tables action? Kizzy has a water gun. Mizuki finds the neon open sign, but it all ends because Mizuki's ready for target practice, but Kizzy sets up her table one more time, takes Mizuki, throws her through the table. She says, "Big sis, nah, you ain't winning this time. Big sis, nah, you ain't winning this time. We ain't throwing shoes, we're throwing you through a table." Ladies and gentlemen, I said she's got fire in her footsteps, and she proved it after this terrible turnabout for Mizuki. Alright, well, you know what? We can play her music for it. You know what? Give it to her. Your winner. In her very first appearance in a Danganronpa Hunger Games setting, she came out on top. She ate her donuts in the bathroom. She was once half and now she is whole after she put Mizuki through a whole table. Kizzy takes the win. Oh yeah, I guess we should play the wait. Hold on, go back to the. Give me the regular. Give me the. Thank you, Kizzy takes that big victory, and Kawakami joins her as I write their names down. I was gonna say there's a pin right in front of me. Why am I not grabbing it? I'm surprisingly nobody entered the World Pancake Championship match this episode. From yesterday's episode, they joined 2 more. Kizzy, congratulations to you, and Kawakami. Welcome to the Danganronpa Hunger Games. Hope to see you both in tag team action, and as I say that, you now know who's legal to be added in tag team action. Go ahead, make those suggestions. You see that tag team suggestion box, you know where to put them on the Discord. I see them, and I get them, and I love them. Go for it. Make those suggestions, and we'll see them. We'll see who gets in 2 teams this season. I'm excited. But as I said earlier, Kawakami went off. She had 8 KOs. Some of them, a good chunk of them from a tank, but she still got KOs outside of the tank. Shoma, so close. Shoma's so close. But so far, I think Shoma had a pretty good game as well, so I wouldn't be disappointed to see him pop into a team either. There's a lot of good team opportunities for a lot of the Somnium Files characters, but there's also a good chunk of opportunity for some of the Conquest characters, like Arthur. I'm sure is going to have a team at some point. And the Persona 5 characters, absolutely. There's art-themed characters, art-themed teams with Yusuke. There's all sorts of things that could go on here. Yusuke Space Memorial Day. He could be paired up with Kaito. Man, there's a lot of opportunity. On's got plenty. On could join Fashion Forward. There's a lot of ideas that ran through my mind immediately. And some that you guys have already suggested. I think someone suggested On in Fashion Forward, and I was like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But that being said, make those tag team suggestions. Some of you have already been making them, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's neat. Good ideas. Make them right there. This is the hot part of the season where you guys get a whole bunch of them. Like, oh, those are good ideas. Oh, yes, you guys. And then I have some of these my ideas on my own. I tell you what, stay classy. Year of the Zenith. Until next week, also in the comments, make sure to leave if there's anything you really want to see in preseason. Leave it in those comments. I'm not set in stone on what's gonna happen in preseason next week, so if you have any ideas that you want to see, even like an episode setup that you've already set up and you want to see it, then leave it in the comments. Go ahead, leave it there, and I'll be like, you know what, maybe I might run it. Until next time, toodaloo. Flight crew, Kizzy, Kawakami, good luck in that season 12 premiere. You're gonna have to take down Peko to do it. Oh man, I didn't even announce the gimmick yet. I'm not announcing the gimmick yet. No. I know what the gimmick is. I ain't gonna say a word though. Toodaloo, Flight crew. Thanks for watching.